Hi class. Today we're going to start our second project. Now in this project we're going to create an abstract geometric design using simple shapes and the colors of the rainbow. The simple shapes we're going to use are geometric shapes. The first one's a circle, a square, a rectangle, an oval, which is basically a smushed circle, and a triangle. There's different kinds of triangles. We have the right triangle, and we have an isosceles triangle, which has all different sizes. Okay. So you can make any kind of triangle you like. Now to make up the shapes, you could make some stencils. I just used a cake box and cut some out of my cake box, Pillsbury chocolate cake, and I cut a triangle, a square, a circle. I even cut a star. It's not a real good star, but I cut a little star. I cut a moon, if you wanted to cut a moon, an oval, and a rectangle. So, you don't have to do that, but it's an easy way to have stencils in case you want to trace your shapes. So, to do this project, I save all my scraps from all my projects. So I have all the colors from when we made rainbows, and I'm just going to take them and I'm going to trace a few of these onto the papers. So I'm going to say I want to trace at least one shape on each color. So I'm going to put my shapes down and fit them onto the piece of paper as best I can. And it's okay if like a rectangle runs off a shape a little bit, a square. I can make him a little tinier by going to the corner. I'm going to fit them in. And what I want to do is fit my shapes on. And I then want to trace them with a pencil or a pen, and then cut out my shapes. So here I'm cutting out tracing my triangle. I just traced my square. And I'm tracing my oval, my smushed circle, my oval. And I'm tracing a circle, round circle, circle, and then I'm tracing a rectangle. And if I want, you can trace that moon. If you want to make a moon, trace a moon. If you want to trace a star or draw a star, trace your star. I'm going to trace a star just because I like the star. So I traced them. I might not use them, but I'm going to trace them anyway. Someone can hold the shapes for you while you're tracing. Sometimes that's easier to trace with. And if I want to use a different triangle, I might throw him in. I have an empty space right here. I'm going to throw him in. Trace them on. Okay. So here's all my shapes put onto my piece of paper. I'm going to put my piece of paper down, and using my scissors, I'm going to take 2 or 3 together, and I'm going to cut them out. Now holding my paper together, I'm just going to simply snip out a couple of triangles. I'm going to snip out my squares. Here they are. I'm going to snip out my oval. Cut around my oval real quick. It's really good to learn how to trace. Really good to know your shapes. Really good activity would be to have these shapes go around your house and try to find shapes in your house. Like a door, you might say, oh, a door is the shape of the door is the shape of a rectangle. Or a window might be the shape of a rectangle. Or a plate, your plate at dinner time, might be the shape of a circle. So go around and look for shapes. That's a really fun activity to do. You should also go around and look for colors. Like someone could hold up a color for you, and you go point to that color. Go find that color in the house. Go find the shapes and find the colors. Make a game out of it. So now I'm cutting out all these shapes. I have a whole bunch. Right here. Should have cut out a couple more. Super fast. You guys are going to trace these. I'm not going to bother tracing mine. I'm just going to cut mine out, okay? But you might have to trace them. So I'm going to cut out a couple of circles. Because I want all the colors of the rainbow in my design. I'm going to cut out a moon. Oh no, I'm going to cut out a rectangle. Let me do that, yes. Rectangles. Maybe another rectangle. And a triangle. Okay, and I need an oval, don't I? And I'll save these scraps for later too, because I bet we'll be using them for more art activities. So we're going to be doing this for a while, it looks like. Okay. I'm going to put this aside too. Save all my scraps. Always save your scraps because we can reuse them. We'll recycle. We like to save our trees as much as we can. So I'll put them right down over here. Now I also have the scraps that we used from the rainbows. I'll put them in here too, just in case. Okay. So clean up your area a little bit. Put them aside. And now we're ready to take our glue stick. Or if you want to use glue, that's okay. Just don't use too much. You only need a drop or two. Okay. Now, you can pick a white piece of paper or a black piece of paper. Actually, any color piece of paper. And you want to start gluing down your shapes anywhere you want. Now, this is an abstract design, which means it doesn't have to look like anything. Whatever you decide is going to be fine because it's art. There's no right or wrong. So I'm going to sort all my shapes. So I got my triangles. I've got my squares. And this is the fun part because I like sorting. So I got rectangles and triangles and all different size shapes of rectangles, don't I? And there's a saying in geometry, every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square. I remember that from analytical geometry, but it was always a good saying. Every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square. But it's so true though. So sort them out, and let's get these all out for you. Alrighty, here we have it. Now you get to pick. This is the fun part, because there's no right or wrong. You can decide wherever you want to put anything you feel like. Put that away. Okay. So my first shape, I can use my paper this way or this way. I'm going to choose this way. So my first shape, I'm going to pick a blue rectangle, and I'm going to put them anywhere I feel like. Open up my glue, and I'm going to put a little glue down on my paper, and I'm going to put my rectangle right on top of it, just like that. My next shape, I already used blue, so this time I'm going to use yellow. I'm going to pick yellow, and I'm going to put yellow on top of it. Yellow on top of the blue. So I'm building a picture. I'm layering. I'm putting objects, shapes on top of shapes. I have black with blue on top of it with yellow on top of it. My next shape, I'm going to take a triangle, a red triangle, and I'm going to put him all the way over here in this corner. I'm going to make him face down. So let me put him in here. Here he is. There he is. And now I'm going to take an, what should I use now? Oh, I think I'm going to take a blue star, a light blue star. I'm going to stick him up here. Whoop, there he is. He looks good on top of the red, doesn't he? Contrasting colors. Oh, I think I need some orange. I'm going to grab a piece of orange. Orange looks good next to blue, so I'm going to put that down here too. Maybe I'll put it right there. Yes, this is the spot. You want to move it around so you see where you like it. I'm going to put them right down here. Oh, so now I've got this. Looks good so far, doesn't it? Remember, there's no right or wrong. So now I need a circle. I think I need a circle. So I'm going to go for a green circle. I'm going to put my green circle right up here. green circle, green circle. I'm building the picture. So I'm going to go with a red piece of red, little red rectangle. I'm going to put him up near my green circle. There he is. He's touching my green circle. I'm going to put an orange circle over here by the end of my blue circle, my blue rectangle. There he is. I'm going to take a little piece of green rectangle, no, a green triangle. I'm going to put a green triangle down. I need a smaller one. I'm going to take a green square. And I'm going to put him right down here in this corner. Right here he goes. There he is, right there. And I'm going to take a piece of purple. I don't have any purple. Purple. I'm going to put him right here in the middle next to my yellow. Purple and yellow look great together. Complementary colors. Put that together. Ooh, looks good. What do you think? And I'm going to take a piece of orange and put it right here on the tippy top. Right up here. Like that. And I'll take one more. What should I do next? I'll take another yellow, I think. And this time I'm going to cut my yellow. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to say, I need a skinnier piece. So I'm going to trim it. I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to say, I'm going to take the skinny yellow and I'm going to put him over here. Because you have artistic license, which means you're allowed to do anything you want to your picture. Okay? You go until you're done your picture and have fun with it. If you want, then start another picture. Use up all the shapes you made. And then later, make the game up. Go find the shapes around the house and go touch the colors around the house. If Mom says, go find red, you go find red. If Mom says, go find a blue circle, you find a blue circle somewhere in the house. Have a great day, and I hope you have a fun week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Girl.